get to the Los Angeles Lakers. Last season, they won 47 games. Their over-under this season, it's about the same, 45.5 wins. And
I'm
it's
going on.
because they basically have the same team. The only big thing is they lost Torian Prince. Obviously, they hired J.J. Redick to be their new head coach. They drafted Dalton Connect, who's expected to be a big rotation player, and of course that Bronny James Jr. kid.
No.
Well, first off, before we actually get to talking about the Lakers, do you guys think that Bronny and LeBron will be on the court together? They'll get that out of the way the first couple weeks of the season.
Yes.
Bronny's going to play G League for the rest of his career until he becomes a Derek White clone, and then is decent at basketball.
I was about to say they'll get the whole thing out of the way pretty early, and then they'll send him to the G League, and then he'll probably be there for the rest of the year unless someone gets injured and they need to bring him up.
He's a privileged Derek White. He's going to get better opportunities, but he's going to be like a Derek White type player, I think.
Privileged Derek White is one of the solid takes.
I mean,
Joe, you gotta control them fuckers.
Dude, they're dogs. I can't control them. What do you mean?
Bro, I don't know what you're talking about.
Joey, Joey's controlling the dogs. We'll go to Nick. Nick, what is a question you have for the Lakers?
What can JJ Redick do with Austin Reeves? Because I felt like coming off of the Nuggets series when they made it to the Western Conference Finals the year before, I felt like Austin Reeves was like going to solidify himself as kind of like the third man out there and for the Lakers. And I don't think Darvin Ham kind of extracted everything that he could have out of him last year. You know, he didn't have a huge jump in production. He didn't dip by any means. He became a little bit better of a playmaker. But I just think Austin Reeves can be a really big part of their offense, and I'm going to be watching for that. And the other big question I have is how the defense looks with two undersized guards out front, with D'Lo and AR running out in the front of their lineup. I'm just going to be wondering if the defense is able to hold up. You know, Anthony Davis works better with another big man next to him. I think LeBron is a 3. And then they got two small guards that aren't great defenders up front. So,
yeah, I'm hammering the under for this.
Sure, go ahead, Jackson.
I'm hammering the under. I'm putting the mortgage on the under. That team they got 2 good players. That's it. 2 good players that can work in this. They like that backcourt. They're not gonna be able to guard anybody. And then on offense, D'Lo's streaky. Austin Reeves. I think Austin Reeves is gonna be good, but I don't think he's. I think he's just gonna be like a little better than last year. I don't think he's gonna be like anything special. And I don't think LeBron and AD can carry for a whole other. I mean, like they can carry, but I don't know if it's gonna be to like a top seed. I think their ceiling's like a 5th or 6th seed. I don't see it being any more than that. Just because, I mean, they added Dalton Connect, but they needed to do way more this offseason. They needed to move D'Lo and I think get a better point guard, a better either defensive point guard or a better shooter point guard. Even though D'Lo was pretty good from beyond the arc last year, it's just I don't trust him in the playoffs, and I don't see them really making the playoffs this year. I'm not that confident in the Lakers.
Yeah, my question was gonna be actually. What are the odds or what is the percentage that you would put on it that the Lakers could be any better this year than they were last year? Like what are the chances that they win a playoffs, that they're better than play an appearance, win a first round game, and that's it? That's really all we saw from the Lakers. What are the chances that they could be even better than that?
I don't see it.
I don't either. I think
there's a decent chance. I mean, they're bringing in a new coach. I think JJ Redick's going to, provide a lot of structure and organization to, what they have going on both on and off the court.
Sorry.
I think a successful season for them would be to get out of the first round, and that's definitely what I think that their goal is going to be going into the season. Aside from just getting LeBron on the court with his son and having Dalton Connect kind of become a good part of the rotation. Jackson, you're absolutely right. They only have 2 good players. And those are 2 of the top 10 players in the world, though. So
yeah,
two consistently great players. I don't want to disrespect D'Lo at all, or AR.
That's what we said about Darvin Ham and Frank Vogel, too, though, was that they were bringing something new, that they were bringing some new, like, structure to this team.
Well,
I think
Frank Vogel, I think, was a scapegoat. Like when he won a championship,
true.
then LeBron got injured midway through the season, and then they traded for Russell Westbrook, which was just horrible. Like I don't put that on Frank Vogel at all, and I just think Darvin
Yeah,
Ham wasn't
I agree.
ready for the job. I mean, JJ Redick is the unknown thing. We really don't know how he will affect this team. I like it because I'm excited to see the Lakers actually look like a regularly organized basketball team finally, because they're actually going to play their young players. They're actually going to play, Dalton Connect. They're actually going to play their draft pick, which is awesome. I mean, the Lakers, they don't look bad. I mean, like you just said, I mean, LeBron and AD are great. Then the other guys, you really don't know what you're going to get or not. And maybe we can see a jump from, Austin Reeves. It's not like he's super, deep into his career or anything like that. My hope is kind of that we get to see the impact from those young players like Dalton Connect. Max Christie's going to play a lot more. That's kind of what I'm seeing with the Lakers, but I don't think that they will be much better than they were last season. I think a success would be competitive first round series. That's what I've got them at.
But see, that's the thing. That's the hard thing about the Lakers is, for me at least, like thinking about it, success for them, it's championship or bust at this moment, because their championship window is so short unless they move LeBron.
It's not realistic, though.
It's not realistic.
It's unrealistic, but it's what it's what it has to be because of how short their championship window is. It was the same thing for like the Buccaneers back when Tom Brady signed with them. Their championship window is like that or like that. They don't have any they don't have many more prime years of their.
I get what you're saying. They got to move somebody and make a change in their roster, because fundamentally the problem with the roster is, or the problem with the team is the roster. Like I've been thinking about this a lot. Like how LeBron operates best is when he's kind of creating his like his second best player, i.e., Dwayne Wade, Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis. It's when like they're getting advantages off the ball from him. Like he's bringing a second guy into the ball, and then Kyrie, D Wade, whoever. So with AD, it's just a little bit tougher because he's a different player. Like he's more involved in the two-man game with LeBron than anything, and I just think that doesn't suit LeBron best. Like he's best when his 1A is out on the wing using those advantages. So you're already dealing with that, and then on top of that, like the Lakers had a perfectly constructed roster when they won the title, and so now you've got AR and D'Lo who are not as consistent. They're streaky, and they're not as at the same level as like previous LeBron wing guys like Ray Allen and J.R. Smith. They're not on that level, and so it's just like the roster isn't where it needs to be. Do you guys think AR and D'Lo are on J.R. Smith's level? I've been really contemplating that. I don't think so. I think JR was better.
I mean, regular season wise, playoff wise, I think JR.
Playoff wise, JR was the lights out.
I think regular season AR and D'Lo, like D'Lo can go for 40 or 35 on any given night. Those are just kind of rare to come by. He kind of reminds me of the J.R. Smith type player more than Austin Reeves, because D'Lo's just like, he's the scorer. He's going to be the one that just fires away. Going back to like competitive first round series, like this team is not that far off from the team that did go to the Western Conference Finals 2 seasons ago. Like if they could get the right first round matchup, like they beat Memphis in the first round last season to get to that, and Memphis I think is worse than at that time. Even if they're competitive, if the right matchup kind of breaks for them, then maybe they could make a run. They just got to get the right matchup.
Dude, is Memphis's like roster? Like I think Memphis matches up better with them now because I think a lot.
We'll get to Memphis.
Yeah, we'll have Memphis. That's a conversation. I'm just saying, if the Lakers could get the right matchups, they could, do more than just a first round series, maybe. But did we think the Lakers would be able to do that against the Grizzlies at the beginning of the season? No way. No way. So you just never know what moves could happen throughout the season because, it's different from the off season. Like everyone's 0-0. Everyone thinks that they're going to be good, except for, maybe 5 or 6 teams that know that they want to be super bad. But in the middle of the season, when teams start to figure out more who they are, maybe some things will open up for the Lakers to be able to make a trade. We just won't really know until that time happens.